News release, Friday, February 17, 2023. National Institute of Health researchers discover a possible cause for a rare facial malformation, bringing new hope for patients. Researchers at the National Institutes of Health and their colleagues have found that a toxic protein made by the body called DUX4 may be the cause of two very different rare genetic disorders for patients who have facioscapulohumeral muscular dystrophy FSHD or a rare facial malformation called arhinia. This research discovery may eventually lead to therapies that can help people with these rare diseases. FSHD type 2F SHD12 is an inherited form of muscular dystrophy that causes progressive muscle weakness. Arhinia is an extremely rare yet severe disorder that prevents the development of an external nose and the olfactory bulbs and tracts. Both diseases are caused by mutations in the SMCH-DUN gene. In patients with FSHD12, there is overproduction of DUX4, which kills the muscle cells, and this leads to the progressive weakening of the muscles. It has been known for some time that DUX4 damages the muscle in patients with FSHD12, but what we found is that it can actually also kill the precursors of the human nose, said Natalie Shaw, MD, head of the Pediatric Neuroendocrinology Group at the National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences NIEHS and lead author of the new study in the journal Science Advances. NIEHS is part of National Institute of Health. Shaw's team found that the combination of the mutated SMCH-DUN gene and an environmental modifier such as a virus may trigger the DUX4 toxic protein. This may be what causes arhinia to occur. Using stem cells created from patients with the two diseases, the researchers conducted studies in cranial placoid cells, the cells that lead to the development of the body's sensory organs, such as the nose. As the placoid cells started to form, they began to produce the DUX4 protein, which caused cell death. The researchers showed that DUX4 is responsible for cell death in placoid cells as it is in muscle cells, but they still do not understand why the nose cells do not die in muscular dystrophy or why the muscle cells are not dying in arhinia. Now what we have to do is try to figure out the players acting downstream of DUX4 so we can block it from damaging the muscle cells or the nose precursors and hopefully find some new treatment options for patients suffering from these rare diseases, said Shaw. The NIEHS researchers have collaborated with researchers at the University of Iowa Carver College of Medicine, Iowa City, which is also the home of a Wellstone Muscular Dystrophy Specialized Research Center. The Centers of Excellence program in muscular dystrophy research was established by National Institute of Health in 2003 in honor of the late Senator Paul D. Wellstone of Minnesota. The 6 Wellstone centers are funded by the National Institute of Arthritis and Musculoskeletal and Skin Diseases NIAMS, the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke and INDS, the Eunice Kennedy Shriver National Institute of Child Health and Human Development NICHD, and the National Heart, Lung and Blood Institute NHLBI. The Iowa Wellstone Center is funded by NINDS. National Institute of Health will host its Rare Disease Day on Tuesday, Feb. 28 from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The annual event is a day to raise awareness about rare diseases and their impact on patients' lives. This year's agenda features panel discussions, rare diseases stories, exhibitors, and scientific posters. The event is free and open to the public. Grants. This work was supported in part by the Intramural Research Program of the National Institute of Health, National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences, 1 Ziasone 103,327-5 NDS. Dr. Shaw is also supported as a Lasker Clinical Research Scholar 1S ITWO ES 25000 429-1. Dr. More is funded by 50 NS 53,672 to the Iowa Wellstone Muscular Dystrophy Specialized Research Center. About the National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences, NIEHS supports research to understand the effects of the environment on human health and is part of the National Institutes of Health. For more information on NIEHS or environmental health topics, visit https://www.nies.gov/ or subscribe to a news list. About the National Institutes of Health. National Institute of Health. National Institute of Health, the nation's medical research agency, includes 27 institutes and centers and is a component of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. National Institute of Health is the primary federal agency conducting and supporting basic, clinical, and translational medical research and is investigating the causes, treatments, and cures for both common and rare diseases. For more information about National Institute of Health and its programs, visit www.nagov. National Institute of Health turning discovery into health registered. Heoru Inau, Hamed Boston McKenna R. Brown Owen F. Bevis Carl D. Bortner Stephen A. Moore Aaron A. Stentz Nejan P. Martin Sheheng Chen Adam B. Burkholder Jian Yang Lai and Natalie D. Chut DUX4 double whammy. The transcription factor that causes a rare muscular dystrophy also kills the precursors of the human nose. Science advances. DOE 10.1126/Science 7744